Hi guys, Andreas Sonic Mainliner here with Vinyl Finds 113 part 2. Last video was it's a little bit too loud. Yeah, last video was 30 minutes long and I didn't want to drive it, just drag it any longer. And besides, I have some hard rock, metal and black metal albums I want to share with you that sort of didn't fit and could be like a segment of their own. So this is part 2, the metal whatever we want to call it. And how unfitting the background music is an album that I've shown like a couple of videos back, Dadawa and Peace and Love, and yeah, it's awesome. And but yeah, it has nothing to do with the records I'm going to be showing and the CDs, because there are a couple of CDs as well. So yeah, you cannot avoid that. So I guess we can start off with the CDs. Just take them out of the way, I guess. Yeah. Now, very recently, one of the bands that I've known about for quite a long time, and I haven't bought anything by because originals are a bit, on the expensive side, and there have been some reissues that are expensive as well. And there has been, and even the CDs are expensive for some reason. However, there has been this box set that came out like very recently, I guess, like a couple of weeks, maybe a month maximum, and it's ridiculously cheap. I'm talking about Budgie, UK band, hard rock, 70s legends. Very underrated, I guess, and known in some circles, obviously. For me, excuse me, I knew about them because of Bread Fan, which was covered by Metallica on 599 EP or something like that, that had like new wave of British heavy metal and punk covers. And yeah, Bread Fan was one of the songs that they covered. And yeah, this is Budgie. So this is the box set. Doesn't have anything in it, as you can see, because the CDs are here. So they come in this, sort of fake LP style thingy. It's not like super deluxe or anything like that. It's just paper, and the CDs here, which is here's the CD, and it has the first 3 albums. So it has, as you can see, Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, which is the first album, In for the Kill, and Bandolier. Now, as I said, I knew about Budgie, but I've never heard anything from them apart from Bread Fan, and I didn't bother to read anything about them. So I was always like, I want to get Budgie albums, but I didn't know which ones to get or which ones were good or whatnot. And this is a good solution for it, because this was £8. So 3 albums, which is like alright, and it comes with an insert as well that has like some band photos and some additional information that I probably won't read because I'm lazy. Yeah, so 3 albums, £7.99, yeah, £8, £7.99, and it's a really good value. Now, if I hadn't listened to these, if I were to buy any of these 3, and they have quite a few albums actually, they have like, I think they have like 7 or 8 albums out, so you can, there's more. These are the MCA years, apparently MCA reissued this. Out of these 3, I would choose In for the Kill. Now, if you want to buy the vinyl reissue, or if you want to spend a bit of money on getting an original or whatnot, this is my recommendation. This is the best out of the 3. with the second best being this one, and my least favorite is this one. Now, I've listened to all three of them, but I've been I'm stuck with this one. If you can find, just check out, this is a really ridiculous name for a song, Zoom Club. Yeah, Zoom Club? Yeah, Zoom Club. This is the most ridiculous title for a song, but it is just really good. And overall, it's like, I think this is like a very mature sort of sounding record. It's very concise and very, you know, they sort of show what they can do. The first Budgie one is, yeah, it has Bread Fan, but you know, then the second song is Baby Please Don't Go, which is a medley. It's like, you know, rock and roll kind of thing. It's sort of not. I'm not super excited about it, but yeah, if I'm going to buy something out of their discography, it would be this one. And that's it for Budgie. Now, another CD. This is quite interesting because this is a band somebody I know plays in, and I was sent the MP3 files, and I was like, ooh, this is nice. And when I went back home, because this is a Greek band, when I went back home, I decided to go and get the CD. Unfortunately, there is no vinyl, and actually I reached out to Aaron, the metal theologian, and I sent him, like, you know, a link to their Bandcamp. Check it out, because I was thinking that, you know what, this sort of needs a vinyl release. And the band is Conviction, and the name of the album is Days of Rage, Nights of Wrath, and it's sort of very traditional sort of heavy metal album. It reminds me of a lot of from, you know, stuff like Exciter, stuff like Pile Driver. It has this thrashy sort of feel to it, but it is heavy metal. It's like traditional heavy metal. It's like, this is like it came out from 1986, but it is modern. It's not just like copying the sound, not 100% copying. They do have that, you know, 1980s sort of feel to them, but yeah, it's really good, and it's really good fun. It's like how a heavy metal record should sound like, in my opinion, and that comes out of like many years of listening to stuff. And these guys are fans. I know the bass player, so, and I know he's like a heavy metal collector. He has like thousands upon thousands of, you know, heavy metal records, just heavy metal, nothing else. And yeah, he would come here in the UK just to go and see some obscure new wave of British heavy metal band that, you know, did a reunion or whatnot, and just goes to places to get LPs and 7-inch singles and things like that. So yeah, and this guy, the leader basically of the band that plays guitar, he is, I don't know whether he's a collector or not, but he does have, like, you know, he is a big fan of that era of heavy metal, and they're really good. Check these guys out. I mean, you know, they have a Bandcamp. They've done other things as well. This is the latest one. I haven't listened to the other ones, but this one is like really, really good. I highly recommend it if you're into heavy metal, obviously. And that's it for for CDs, basically. Now we go on to the vinyl. So first up, I guess I will start with the oldest one. Well, it's a reissue. It's the music is old, but you know, it's the record is quite new. St. Anthony's Fire. This is a hard rock album from the 70s. I guess that this is unreleased. Oh no, it's ultra rare apparently. Official reissue of ultra rare 1970s underground hard rock monster, and it does live up to the hype. It's really, really good. It's like, it is American hard rock 70s. It seems that I don't think that this is from one LP, or at least it's not from one session. The sound like changes from song to song, and the quality is like a little bit iffy, but it doesn't really matter. It's hard rock, it's 70s, it's like, you know, you sort of expect it to be a little bit like, you know, not really, you know, spot on with the production. It's really good. This is out on Lion Records. Yeah, so, you know, it's really worth it. So, San Antonio Inspired, check these guys out if you're into this. Next one, if you're into, you know, hard rock, this is highly, highly, highly recommended. Is this one, Witchfind. It has an E at the end, but from what I've seen on QI, because I'm a QI watcher, you know, they said that that E is just, you know, it's just there. You know, it doesn't come into it. So it's yeah, if you see like yay old whatever, it's the old. The yay is the, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you know, it's an educational channel. Apart from showing records, I'm, you know, also dispensing my knowledge. So whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Witchfind. Witchfind. This is the lost tapes. Apparently, these were tapes were lost, but they were found. This is Witchfind is a band, a new wave British heavy metal band. They've done like a couple of records, I think, 1979, 1980s, like, you know, very early on. But this does not sound like the albums that they did later on. This sounds like a hard rock band, basically, a heavy hard rock band. It's slow, on the slow side, so it is a little bit Sabbathy in that sort of sense, but hard rock. They're not copying Sabbath or anything like that. But I'm just saying that, you know, it's not like this is a fast. They play fast. Here they play slow. They are like doomy kind of thing. So yeah, that's the word that I was looking for. It's a doomy 70s hard rock album, and apparently, yeah, these tapes were probably lost. Even some of the songs, you can hear that you know, the tape has deteriorated, and you know, it sort of loses the pitch. Is going, and I don't know, probably they couldn't fix it somehow or whatever. But it is highly, highly, highly recommended. Unfortunately, the cover is not that good. The CD of this same album is really nice. It has a black, just black cover, and it has, like, you know, Baphomet and, you know, axes and things like that. And just that, really, really cool. But yeah, they overdid it, I think, on the LP. 2 LPs, really good. Check this out. I highly, highly recommend it. Now, we're progressively getting heavier. This is Black Breath. Black Breath is a band from the US. I don't remember exactly from where. Doesn't matter, it doesn't. Yeah, and this is their second album, Heavy Breathing. Yeah, the first album, I think the first album was an EP called Razor to Oblivion. I'm not sure if this was the first one and then Razor to Oblivion, or the other way around. Anyway, it's one of the first releases, and this is the actual first LP. I don't know whether the EP came first or not. And Black Breath is like a thrashy sort of metal kind of metal band, and it's just really, really good. Yeah, one of the problems that they released an album very recently as well, excuse me. One of the problems I have with them is that the sound doesn't evolve in any kind of way. They have like this kind of sound, and they've done like 3 albums, and one EP and it's just pretty much the same. So if you get like, you know, the first 3 stuff that they released, you should be good, and that's what I have, and I think I'll just stick with that. Yeah, it's just thrashy, dirty. It's like a thrashy version of Motorhead, basically. That's what it is. Really, really good. Check these guys out. Next up, I was talking about Conviction, is about, you know, revival and whatnot, and this is sort of a revival album. It hasn't ended yet, okay? You will be watching me change sides on the LP shortly. I think it's done. You know what? Hey, I'll play this. Reggae is nice, but since we are on the subject of hard rock heavy metal, I think we should play something appropriate. Don't you think so? Ooh. Exciting stuff happening in the channel. Yay. You'll also notice that I pinch the album. This is one thing that I shouldn't be doing, I know, but well, that's can't teach an old dog new tricks, can you? That's how I always did it. So yeah, this is Witchfinder, and we're listening to Grimoire. First song, side 1, first disc. So yeah, here's a band that sort of is a little bit of a revival of thrash metal, but is a lot more interesting than pure old thrash metal, because thrash metal was like, you know, play fast, do this, like, and that's it. These guys, this is a band called Vhol, I guess, Vhol. How would you pronounce that? I have no idea. Deeper Than the Sky. This is their second album. This came out, where did this come out? Profound Lore, which is an indication of quality, right? So Profound Lore. Ooh. It's a gatefold, which I can actually see because they didn't put in shrink, which I never take out. And yeah. So yeah, Vhol is a super band, basically, super group, I should say. It's members of Vhol, members of some other bands as well. Sorry, I was saying something. Yes, yeah, members of Vhol. I think that can't remember. Anyway, I can remember Vhol, but I think that there are some other like well-known doomy thrashy sort of bands, and their first album was doomy. I haven't listened to it. It's really funny because I've been listening to this. I've been streaming this for like since January, I think, and I bought it like a couple of months ago. But I never bothered to hear the first album because I know that it's like completely different to this one. This is really, it's thrashy, but it also has progressive elements, which is just mind-boggling, I know, but it does. It has like, you know, choruses and, you know, people going, oh, and all that kind of stuff. Even, you know, in the first 3 songs, which is Deeper Than the Sky and, hang on, which ones are they? Desolate Dam, 3 AM and Deeper Than the Sky is like, this is side 1. That's the other thing I like about this record, it's a single LP. You know, double LPs are really nice and quality wise and, you know, sound and all that kind of stuff, but it's not very convenient. Anyway, Desolate Dam, 3 AM and Deeper Than the Sky, that just pummel you to the ground, the amazing riffs. It's just, and Deeper Than the Sky is something like 10 minutes long or something like that, it's unbelievable. These guys are athletes. They just managed to play this hard and for this long. But it's not just one thing, one goal, like, you know, oh, we're riffing and that's the riff and that's how it goes. There are a lot of changes, and I'm not talking about like technical metal and, you know, technical black metal and all these kinds of stuff. I'm talking about like really the flow is amazing, and even 3 AM, which starts off with like, you know, hardcore like riff, it sort of, they still manage to put in choruses and people going ah and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing. Highly recommended. Give it a listen. I mean, you know, these are really good albums. All the ones that I've shown are really good. Vhol is like sort of, yeah. I sincerely hope that they keep it up and they make like another album like this, because yeah, it's damn good. Yeah, that was Vhol. Now, next one is a reissue, and I have a couple of two reissues basically, which is death metal, classic stuff. Now, this is an album that I never really got to listen when I was young, because it came out like 1992, 93, 91, so it was borderline when I started listening to indie stuff, so I shifted interests to, you know, Sonic Youth and whatnot. This sort of, yeah, I think I skipped this one. I definitely didn't know about this until fairly recently, and this is Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten. This is their second album, and in my opinion, one of the best ones. I want to say that these guys are from Chicago, but I may be completely wrong. Anyway, regardless where they were from, these guys sort of followed the very successful sort of mix of Roadrunner Records and Scott Burns, which is the producer, and they play death metal, grind death metal, and it's really funny because I was playing this the other day, and you know, it starts the first song, Liege of Inveracity. I have no idea what this word means. Liege of Inveracity. I haven't even looked it up. Anyway, it starts off, and you know, the vocals are like really guttural and really like, it's almost comical. It's like, I was thinking about it, it's like, dude, you're 40 years old, what are you doing listening to this stuff? Seriously, it's really good though. One of my favorite track out of this one is Infecting the Crypts. This is really good. Anyway, killer album, just recently got reissued along with their first 3 albums. Like, this is one of the first 3 albums, obviously. But yeah, Pierced from the Within, and I don't remember what the other one is. This is the second album, I think, and this is my favorite, basically. I've streamed all of them, and I sort of prefer this one. So next up, an album, 23 minutes. I've shown less records than last time. I'm still going to reach 30 minutes. It's unbelievable. Anyway, you know, you can skip, or you can do whatever you want to do. You can stop the video if you want to watch me. It's fine. An album that I've had the files forever. I wanted to buy it in some physical format, but you couldn't even find the CD. Apparently what happened, I will explain how I understand this. I've got this idea, is that the band wanted to take the rights so that they could release it themselves. I'm talking about this one. This is something that Roger also showed. This is Wolves in the Throne Room with a diadem of 12 stars, and yeah, they released it in their own label, which is what's the name of the label? Yeah, Artemisia Records. So, or Artemisia Records. Yeah, pronounce it with a Greek. Let me see. So, anyway, Diadem of 12 Stars came out in 2005 or 2004. I want to say 2005, and it's a killer album. It blends like a lot of elements. It's not just blast beats and whatnot. I mean, look at the inner sleeve, right? So yeah, naked lady here. Sorry about that. Kids don't look at it. So it's very pagan. It's like it's not the kind of thing that you expect from a black metal album where they're around the fire. Naked lady, obviously, some Satan worshipping and whatnot. But yeah, around the fire, with acoustic guitars and whatnot. And it's just, it's bloody good. It's bloody good. I mean, yeah, the best song here is Face in the Nighttime Mirror, parts 1 and 2, which part 1 has female vocals and part 2 is like, that kind of thing. But yeah, overall, just stunning album, stellar. Get it. I don't know if it's going to be available for long. I don't know what kind of, if it's a limited run or whatnot, but yeah, hopefully they will be reissuing 2 Hunters as well. Yeah, and which is really good as well. It's not as good as this one, although 2 Hunters is sort of more celebrated for some reason. I have no idea why, but this is a lot more accessible. So anyway. Finally, 26 minutes. I will make this a short one. A vinyl release of an album that came out, was recorded in 2009. I think it was probably released at that time as well. From these guys. These guys are called, if you can read that, Drowning the Light, and this is called an alignment of death stars. If you look it up on Encyclopedia Metallicum or something like that, this is one of their albums actually, that has the highest score. Basically it's 90% or whatever. They have EPs that have scoring higher, but this is like the highest one. This is depressive black metal from Australia, which is really bizarre. Australia doesn't strike you like the kind of place where people would be playing depressive black metal. I don't know. I mean, Australia is like the sort of place where it's like quite jolly. I think people like do barbecues and drink beer and watch cricket and drive these funny cars that are like pickup trucks, but not really. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the barbecue failed, or the beer was warm, and that's what we end up with. So yeah, depressive black metal. So basically atmospheric, very how would I describe it? I think that the genre, the sub-genre, sort of describes it quite concisely. Depressive black metal, and yeah, no funny Australian accents either. So yeah, Drowning the Light. It's limited to 500 copies. This is a gatefold, and you can see how depressed these guys are. I mean, look at this guy. This hot dog got burned. This one, is like really pissed off, and these guys going crazy. So all that kind of stuff. So yeah. And that's my update, my hard rock, heavy metal, thrash metal, death metal update. 29 minutes. I managed to sort of get close to 30 minutes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. It's that time where you can like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Leave a comment. I always get back to you. So don't think that I write a comment and you would never. He's a YouTube diva. He has like a gazillion billion subscribers and he's inundated by thousands of comments. No, I always get back to people. So yeah, and if this is the kind of shit that you like, I would not recommend subscribing because I don't show that many in one go. I do show a lot of things, but yeah, the background music I think was quite telling. So yeah, it's yeah. So that's it. You know. Anyway, you can subscribe if you want, or you can unsubscribe if you think that that was really rubbish. So yeah, there you go. You have that option as well. Anyway, see you around. Take care, and yeah, until next time.